Hello and welcome to today's September 2nd, second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update. Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi begin stimulus discussions again without Mark Meadows. Big changes coming for eviction protection. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing. All right, now Mnuchin told Fox Business that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer just don't want to negotiate in good faith. And despite agreement on many, many issues, they won't budge on their top-line spending figure. Mnuchin continued, we're going to keep trying because it's too important for the American people. Mnuchin added that the government could always come back and do more if the initial $1 trillion plus is not sufficient. Basically what Mnuchin is saying is we have things that we agree on right now. Let's get a bill through and we can come back for the rest, but we must get a bill through. Now, I've been telling you that I would research and get back to you as soon as Steve Mnuchin testified before a congressional committee. He's done that, and here's what he had to say. Yesterday, Mnuchin testified before a congressional committee. He told them boldly of the need to further help Americans and the U.S. economy. He told the committee that it was not necessary to go as high as the $2.2 trillion that the Democrats want, but that the Republican Party should be willing to come up to $1.5 trillion. He said that is a number with which we could accomplish a lot for the American people. So he's off of this $500 billion, the $1.3 trillion, he sees as too low. He's saying $1.5 trillion gets a deal done. He said, and I quote, I do not support $2.2 trillion, but what is more important is what is in the breakdown of getting money to the American workers, American families, and kids. There are tremendous areas of agreement, and that's what we should be doing right away. So again, Mnuchin is saying, let's focus on the areas we agree on and get it out to the people, and then we'll come back to the areas we don't agree on, and we'll negotiate back and forth. Okay, the next part is very, very important. Mnuchin said, I don't think the right outcome is zero. No one thinks the right outcome is zero. I was really happy to hear Steve Mnuchin say this because right now it looks like we're all getting zero. For weeks, they've been dragging this out and making the American people feel like they are getting zero. So I was really grateful to hear him say that the right answer is not zero. The right answer is to do something right now based upon what we agree on and then figure out the rest. All right, now as a favor to me, will you give this video a like so that YouTube will share it with others? I would really appreciate that. Okay, now this is a big, big change coming out. Now, back on August 8th, President Trump issued an executive order to stop evictions. And some people said that that was weak, but it went through. And now the White House has worked with the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and they have issued, on top of the executive order, a temporary eviction moratorium with a fine and a penalty on landlords if they do not comply. In other words, this would protect people if they can show that they have been affected by the coronavirus situation. It would protect them from eviction until the end of 2020. So it buys you through the end of the year. Now, you must make, as a single filer, less than $99,000 a year, and as a joint filer or a married couple or in a partnership, $198,000 or less in order to be a part of the eviction protection. Now, keep in mind, this is not rent forgiveness. At some point, you will owe this money to your landlord. So if you can pay, pay. If you can pay some, pay some. And if you can't pay, then you have this protection. But this does not protect you from paying what is owed to the landlord. That landlord is letting you stay in that house, and they are entitled to receive that money, okay? Now, landlords, a note to you. It may be time to look into mortgage forbearance. This is a long time of protecting people that live in your home from paying. Hopefully they've been able to pay you something or most. But if not, it may be time to look into what is called mortgage forbearance and let them know because of the eviction protection, you're not collecting anything and you need that forbearance. So you just need to be clear on what the situation is with your mortgage note holder. And if it were me, I would push to have those missed payments tacked onto the back of the mortgage, but they will work with you to figure out what is best, but they will be able to stop those mortgage payments and help you as a landlord while you help out this government enforced eviction protection. Okay, now landlords, you also need to make sure that you do your research on this, because if you don't comply under this new law of protection, you could have up to a $100,000 fine or 1 year in jail. So the CDC and this eviction protection ban is very, very strong. So make sure that you look into that. The CDC believes that tens of millions of people becoming homeless at the end of this month would result in the spread of diseases that would further hamper the progress that has been made with controlling the different diseases. Okay, if I come across any additional information for landlords, I will be sure to share that with you, but wanted to make you aware of that. Now, yesterday, President Trump's executive order to temporarily stop payroll tax collection went into effect. However, many employers and payroll companies are opting to not participate in this program for two reasons. Number one, they're saying it will be a logistical headache to let people choose whether to be in or out. They are also worried that come next year, when that money is due, employees will not be able to come up with that money and it may come back on the employer. So again, just like renters still owing the landlord, you will still owe the government that payroll tax. They're just stopping the collection, but it will have to be collected in 2021. So again, you will need to check with your employer on whether or not they are participating in the program. If you'd like a change of pace, my wife and I, Casey, will be going on YouTube Live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about stimulus, money, business, relationships, personal development. It should be a night of fun, certainly better than watching the negative news. If you need a laugh, check out this video right here. It's less than 60 seconds long and it will give you a laugh. It's a stimulus blooper video. Hey, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I hope to see you tonight. I hope this video finds you well. Thanks for being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.